Hey guys, I'm J-Mac. This is Raid Shadow Legends. Hope you're all doing good today. Today I want to talk about Cardiel. Now, I haven't done very many champion guides because, for one, I still feel like I'm learning the game, and I know there's a ton of players out there who have so much more knowledge than I do about the game and different sets, masteries, and stuff. So, kind of thought I'd take an easy way out with Cardiel because he's so awesome. I think you could put him in the crappiest gear, get the wrong masteries on him, and he's still going to do amazing for your account. So, if you don't know who he is a Void Legendary, and he is like Raid's Golden Boy. They did an amazing job on his aesthetics. Um, he just looks awesome. And I love the whole angelic vibe he's got going on because we'll look at his skills first. That's basically what he's bringing to your team. He is your team's angel. And this right here, all of his skills are awesome, but I love his A1. Attacks one enemy, heals all allies by 7.5% of their max HP. So he is awesome because I have him in Relentless Gear. I'll go over all that here in a second. But every time he attacks with that A1, whether it's doing the ally attacks or just him by himself, it's just he is a healing machine because he's getting those heals off. And then the True Fear is cool. I wish it didn't have the limits on it as to who it can affect, but it places True Fear debuff if target is from one of these factions. So that comes in handy sometimes. I've seen it clearing waves and going through arena. It hit, but his True Fear is not anything that makes him that amazing. But that heal is huge, especially for my teams. His A2 is awesome. Removes all debuffs from all allies, then places a block debuffs and revival and death for 2 turns. Revival and death cannot be removed. So he doesn't have a true revive, but this revival and death has saved me so many times. One of the main fights I can think of is Bommel. I have him in there, and I think every Bommel fight that I've won, it was because of his revival and deaths kept my team alive and popping back. And then, of course, the block debuffs is huge too, and the cleanse with it. So you got to heal, you got to cleanse, the revival and death. And then his A3 is amazing also. Places increased crit rate and increased crit damage on all allies for 2 turns. Then teams up with all allies to target an enemy. Decreases cooldown if an enemy is killed from this attack. So it's on a 4-turn cooldown, and like I said, I've got him in Relentless, and man, it's just, I feel like I'm using his skills all the time. And I use him everywhere. I use him in Doom Tower. I believe he's on my clan boss team right now. That's something I'm kind of got goals to work on and tweak that around. So he'll probably be off of that here in the next month or so. But every dungeon, every potion run, he is in my group. He's basically took the place of Seal, and then when I'm having trouble getting through Doom Tower floor, I'll put him and Seal together, and they do amazing tandem of working together and keeping your team sealed. So like I said, for the gear, the main thing is I've got him in Relentless. If you don't have Relentless, I'm going to say the main thing you want to focus on is speed and get him as fast as you can. That way he's cycling through his abilities as fast as possible. But this Relentless is so awesome. Relentless gear you get from winning or placing in tournaments and events. So it's probably one of the harder sets to get in the game. But if you can start getting some, oh, it is so awesome. It is I've got a few other champions, and it's kind of a game changer in what it does and what it brings to your team. So again, got Relentless, and the 18% may not seem like a lot, but when you start watching the auto runs and how many more times he is going compared to everybody else, it almost seems like it's a higher percentage. And then I do have him in a life set, mainly because that's what I had some spare boots for speed. Did have a little bit of defense there. I would probably like to get him in either a immortal just to get more healing going, because you just want to keep this dude alive and then let him do his thing, and then he keeps everybody else alive. You know, a divine speed or an actual speed set would be good. But for the gear that I have right now, he works. But I would definitely, pairing that relentless up with a speed set would be even better. But I've got him in the life set just because that's why I had speed for the boots. And same thing, shield, got 3 rolls on the defense. So with him, like I said, speed's going to be your main thing, but then your HP and defense, stack as much up as you can on him because you want him to stay alive. So I've got him in a relentless chest with HP. Would love to get out of the blue crap, but that's all I have right now. HP gauntlets, couple good rolls on the defense. Crit rate doesn't really matter. Got some speed on the weapon with some more HP. And then a little more defense, speed, and HP. Ring. Going through my rings, I was looking, I didn't really have anything that would benefit that much more than what this is with the 10% HP. The attack, I mean, he does a little bit of damage, but, it's one of those things that the extra attack's not going to help, but if you have a choice between defense or HP, I would be more apt to put defense and HP on him than attack. An HP amulet. Would love to get rid of these flat stats. And I put him in a resistance banner because I got 3 rolls on HP on it. And so resistance, it's still kind of low. If you're really trying to resist stuff, you want it to be higher. But then accuracy isn't very high. It's just whatever came with the gear because you don't really need accuracy for his skills. It's just that he's either going to do it, and he's going to do it. And then he does have a passive. The passive is pretty cool. Allies receive 20% less damage from those certain factions. I'm cool with that because I think if it was just 20% less damage from everybody, that would probably be a little too overpowered. But it's one of those things that it's kind of cool, but it's not going to just, help you everywhere. I would like to get Sissia Flametongue. Because whenever an ally attacks, he has a 15% chance to team up with them and join their attack. He will always attack with Sissia. And he's using his A1 every time he helps. So, just more and more heals you have coming. I did fully book him. The heals here, that's just going to do nothing but help you. And then decreasing the cooldowns on his A2 and his A3. Even without books, he's still an amazing champion, but I knew he'd be so much more better getting those cooldowns down. So, fully booked, in Relentless, and man, this dude just tears it up. Let me click out of there. Let me get to his Masteries real quick. And like I said earlier, I think this is a guy that you're not going to go wrong. I mean, yes, you could go down, probably the offensive tree, and it's not really going to help him a lot, but he's still going to be a great champion. So for the sport tree, HP made his heals a little bit better with the lay on hands and the healing savior. Went ahead and did merciful aid just to increase healing more, and then he's putting out a lot of buffs. So with the block debuff, the revive, the crit damage, crit rate, you got a chance to extend all those by one turn, which the revive on death, it won't extend. But all the others, they're just good to have. Went ahead and did the cycle of magic just to get, the cooldown on like that ally attack, because if you get, good attack champions in there, you can basically one-shot a enemy just by having everybody team up on him. And then the rapid response, since he is putting a bunch of buffs out there, once all those remove or expire, that's just boosting his turn meter like crazy too. The defensive tree, just mainly focusing on anything you do to keep him alive. So, less damage from crit hits. He increases the value of shields and healing that he gets, the shadow heals, and it come down, and Iron Skin for 200 defense. You could probably also go the Elixir of Life for the max HP of 3000. So I think there's a lot of options here, but mainly just getting him to boost his heals. Anything to get his cooldowns going anymore will help. And like I said, you can go wrong with this champion, but at the same time, he's just so awesome that you're not going to screw him up too bad. So if you have him, you probably know how awesome he is. But if you don't have him, he will change your account. And I did not realize how amazing he was until I started using him, because I got him, thought he looked cool, and I'm really bad about reading through the A1, A2, and A3, all the skills way too fast, and then not seeing what they're capable of doing until they're actually in a fight. So, yeah, that's a stage 20. I'll read them through here. And I'll go a little bit just so we can see how often he procs in that Relentless. And then we'll fast forward to the end if my computer will ever load up. Come on. There we go. Like I said, I love that allied attack he does. So A1, and then he goes again, so that was from the Relentless. So, you know, he's doing almost a 7k heal on himself right there just because of how high his HP is. So the higher HP you have for everybody, the better heals he's going to do. But like I said, him and Syl working together is awesome. Now right here with the Reflect, sometimes that gets me. Still a little bit RNG, but we'll fast forward up to the Ice Golem, and hopefully I don't wipe since I'm doing a video. So we'll see you here in a second. Alright, we're at the Ice Golem. Now this team is not 100% win rate. I'm gonna say it's gonna be in the 90s. Ice Golem is just a tough dude. And I know while I'm sitting here, I could probably, you know, have them work on the ads first, but I like to just see how they do auto by themselves, see if the AI is smart enough to take them out before getting him down too low. Part of the problem is Ninja hits so stinking hard that when he goes after the Ice Golem, and then when Cardiel does that, it brings his HP down too fast, and I get hit hecka hard. But anyway, like I said, he is just amazing with every one of his skills. I think he is the complete package. He was, like I said, a huge account changer for me, especially going through Doom Tower. I was struggling because Syl was really the only true healer I had, and I didn't want to start, you know, leveling up some rares or epics that were just okay, and I got lucky when I pulled him. But I guess I'll just go ahead and go through the fight since I got everybody. So that's what gets me sometimes. But that revive that he has is brought Draco back. Now it's just if I can get everybody healed up before he attacks again. And that's probably what I didn't want to do. But let's keep going. So that's the only bad thing on his ally attack. If he would have targeted the ads instead of the main dude, it would have been okay. I was still okay. Like I said, I've got like a 90% win rate with this team. I can still do a lot of tweaking. I just kind of threw a team together for the affinity matchups. But as you can see, you know, for 3-minute, 40-second fight, Ice Golem, 900,000 heals, just a little more than Syl. So if you have him and you're not using him, you need to be. He is awesome. But I would imagine everybody that pulls him, it doesn't take very long to figure out how awesome he is. And I can show you through a lot of basically every part of the game he is useful in. And I think you kind of get the idea just from seeing his kit, what he can do in the Relentless set. I think he is awesome. He has become probably my most favorite champion just because of not only how awesome he looks, but what he brings to the table. So I thank you guys for watching. If you have Cardiel, let me know what you have him geared up in, where you use him at. Let me know if I'm missing something, if there's a better setup for him, or if there's a mastery that I overlooked that helps him, even more. I'm always willing to admit that I'm wrong on stuff, especially as I continue to learn the game. So I thank you guys again for taking the time to watch. If any questions, feel free to ask. If any suggestions, let me know. I hope you all have a blessed day. We'll see you next time. Bye.